Hello viewers, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to see what exactly is the medical coding. So whenever a doctor treats the patient, the report needs to be created. So to understand what exactly was done with the patient and for the understanding of the patient as well as the insurance company so that a bill can be processed. Now we'll see what exactly is the medical coding. So, medical coding is the process of transferring the healthcare diagnosis procedure, medical services, and the equipments into a universal medical alphanumeric code or uniform numeric code. So, either it's a alphanumeric where alphabets as well as numbers are there, or sometimes the only numbers that is numeric code will be there. So these codes are then used to accumulate. So what is the use of this coding? That data will accumulate the patient data, process insurance claims with the third party players, and we also can collect the stats to track the information on the specific diseases or the treatments. So that, like for example, how many surgeries of cataracts has been undergone in this year or in this way. So diagnosis or the procedures, by that way we can track the stats or the statistics of the various things like diseases or the treatments. The medical coders work behind the scene in the healthcare industry and ensure that all the information is coded appropriately in a way that is useful and efficient. So this is the role of the medical coders. And basically there are three types of codings. So medical coders are required to know how to use three basic code sets. So these are the sets like CPT. So by we'll see all these one by one. So I'll just go through the one by one. Like CPT is the current procedure terminology, ICD is the international classification of diseases, while HCPCS is the healthcare procedural coding system. Now we'll see the flow chart. So to understand it easily, so whenever this medical coding process or the medical billing part is this is the cycle. So basically it is related with the insurance claims. So whenever any insurance is coming to them, any company, insurance company, so first step will be insurance verification. After that, second part will be like patient demographics entry, like age, gender, and all these things will be entered into their database. And now in the third step, medical coding part comes into the picture. So in this case, the coding part will come where all the procedures, diagnosis, histories, and all these things will be coded. Certain type of numeric or alphanumeric codes will be given to those conditions. After that, charge entry will be there. This data will be entered. Then claim submission will be there, and after that, payment entry will be there. And seventh number is denial management. So sometimes what happen, previously only initial stages, it was not clear whether surgery was required or not. So only the diagnosis part and some other things will be were coded, and later on they came to know that there is another surgery also need to be required, so that part need additional coding. So this department will it will be denial management. It will again go to the coders, medical coders, and then they will code that rest of the part which is received as a follow-up to that previous report, and then again this process will be there, and last will be the follow-up part where payments are done or not. So that type of thing will be completed, and in this way this cycle will be closed. So here actually medical coding part comes into the picture. So the way we have seen, the first set of code is CPT code list. So you have seen that there are CPT code, ICD codes, and the HCPCS code. So what is the exactly definition difference between the CPT versus ICD code? Is like, simply put, the difference between CPT is that it's a clinical procedure. We have seen that CPT codes and ICD codes. So CPT codes are related to the procedures. Okay, in short, while ICD codes are related to the diagnosis. Okay, so for example, if any surgery is, patient undergone any surgery or any other medical procedure, then it need to be coded with CPT. Okay, while there is any diagnosis, indications, or no events, those things will be coded with the ICD, International Classification of Drugs. So CPD codes or procedural codes describe what kind of procedure a patient has received, while ICD codes or diagnostic codes describe any disease, illness, or injuries in a patient that may have occurred. Now we'll see one by one what exactly is the CPT. So CPT, or I mean the basic information about the CPT. The CPT is maintained or published by the American Medical Association, that is AMA. So HIPAA mandated code set. So this is a HIPAA mandated code set. We'll see what exactly is the HIPAA. Then it's updated annually. CPT is updated annually. It's used for the capturing medical services and the procedures performed in the outpatient hospital setting, or to capture pro fee services. So here outpatient I have highlighted. You will understand because we have to see what exactly are the differences between the CPT and the other codes. So you can keep in mind here that these are the procedures and perform which are performed in the outpatient environment. So those are getting coded with the CPT. So what like CPT structure? So CPT, there are three types of codes available in this: category 1, category 2, and category 3. Category 1 is the largest and most commonly used, and it contains majority of the procedural codes, while category 2 used for tracking and performance management, while category 3 contains the codes for emerging and experimental procedure, so sometimes called as temporary codes as well. So like which is in the pipeline, or like newly procedures, emerging things, for them category 3 is used. So here are some examples I have given for the CPT structure. So you can see here these are numeric codes, while some are alphanumeric codes. So these are numeric. Like for example, when there is an office visit, it will be just put, they will just put 99214. It will be coded as, or this code will be given, and this will automatically explain that it is an office visit. So there is no requirement to write all these things. Then preventive exam, if you are over age of 65, so code will be this one. If a flu shot was taken by the patient, then 90658, while 90716 will be used for the administration of the chickenpox vaccine. So by this way, this coding system will act. Now CPT code examples. So we have already seen that category 1 code. So in this also, evaluation and management, 992012 to 99499. So all this will come into this. Anesthesia is the procedure. For them, that also codes are there. So you must be thinking what are the range. So in anesthesia, local anesthesia is there, systemic anesthesia is there. So by this way, for each code, some specific anesthesia will be there. Okay. Then in surgery, these codes are there. So by this way, while for category 2, this is the coding system 001F. So this is alphanumeric, alphabets as well as numericals are there, numbers are there. While category 3, 0019T to 02590. Okay. So these are the just example for your understanding purpose. Then second code set is ICD code. So this is widely used. So the ICD is published by the WHO, that is World Health Organization. It is also HIPAA maintained code set. So Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services (CMS) has announced in 2022 that the ICD 10CM and ICD 10PCS code sets will now be updated twice a year. So we have seen previously that the CPT code set or the dictionary, I would say, they will be updated annually, where you can see these sets will be updated twice a year. So this is the difference, and duration is also given. So it will be upgraded in April and October. So now you might be thinking what exactly is the ICD 10 CM, and so 10 is a 10th version. Okay, while CM stands for clinical modifications, while PCS stands for procedure coding system. So now you must be thinking that previously we told that ICD is for the diagnosis and all. So now how no, PCS comes into the picture. So it will be explained here later on. Okay. First we'll see what exactly the HIPAA. Last time also you have seen the HIPAA mandated. So the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. So that's the short form, and HIPAA stands for that. It's a 1996 regulation where regulatory standards that intend to protect private and sensitive patient data from hospital insurance and companies and healthcare providers. So all your data should be protected. I mean, whenever patient is reporting some health problems or all his personal data, that should be protected under this law. So this is very, these are very strict provisions where you should protect the confidentiality of the patients or the, I mean, whoever is the reporter. Okay. So now ICD-10 PCS is used only for inpatient. So you remember that I told in the CPT that procedures which we are coding, those are for in outpatient, while ICD-10 PCS is used only for inpatient. Inpatient means basically when patient is admitted into the hospital, in that time whatever no, procedures are happening, that will be coded with ICD-10 PCS. While for outpatient patient, outpatient means not admitted till now, whatever procedures are happening during that time, those will be coded with CPT coding system. While ICD-10 CM is used for clinical and outpatient setting in the US. So this is with respect to the clinical modifications. Now we'll see what is the, how is the ICD structure. We have seen the CPT structure as well. So here the example is given. So this is alphanumeric, where first letter will be, you can see here alpha, every letter except U. Second one will be numeric. So here you can see M is there. Second one is 1, while another is also I mean alphabet. So this first code will be about the category. So like for example, chronic gout example is given. And after that you can see here another three boxes are there. So or three numbers are there. So third or the first number in this set is about the etiology. Okay, it can be numeric or alpha numeric, I mean alphabet. So every letter except U. So this second part you can see here category. So first one will show the category. So it's a renal impairment. Then after that it will be show as anatomic site. So you can see here location is there, shoulder. While third one will show the severity. Okay, or laterality. So it can see here it's showing as renal impairment, location is shoulder, while it's a left shoulder. To where it comes with this code, it is showing that it's a left shoulder, and then extension is also there, that is showing that without tophus. Okay, so this is the way code has been designed. So each number or each alphabet is having some importance, and by that way we will understand what exactly is the diagnosis. So another example here, ICD structure. So you can see 86. So S stands for injuries, first letter. Okay, injuries, poisoning, all this is coming into this. And S86 is nothing but the code for injury of muscle, fascia, and tendon at lower leg. But when it this code has been added, or it's like, I mean getting I mean next part is giving the specificity. For example, you can see here category, anatomic site, and severity. So 0 is added. So 0 is showing that injury of this tendon. Okay, Achilles tendon. While when it's coming is to 0 1, okay, then it's showing a strain. Okay, when it's a 0 1 1, then it's strain of right. So additionally site is getting added. So by this way it's working. So another example is that, so for example here ICD-10 example is there, E10. So E10 is for type 1 diabetes mellitus. When additional codes are getting added like 0.10, 0.11, so you can see here with ketoacidosis without comma, 0.10 means when 0.11 is coming, then ketoacidosis with comma. So you can understand how much it is very, I mean how much it is critical that you should select the I mean code appropriately, otherwise it will immediately change something like E10.10 if you are putting it's without comma, while if it E10.11 it's with comma. So that's the way we have to be very careful while coding the data. Then ICD-9 versus ICD-10. So this is just for your understanding purpose. So in procedures, the way you have seen that in procedures there are 3,824 codes, while here so 79 1,924 code. So in structurally we'll just compare major points. So 3 to 5 characters are there. This is old, while for ICD-10 codes are new. So 3 to 7 characters. First character is numeric here. Here is alpha. So we'll not go into the details. Okay. If anyone wants this for interview, they can pause the video and they can jot it down all the points. Now ICD-9 format versus ICD-10 format. So the way we have seen that here are five, I mean 3 to 5, where it's I mean 3 to 7. Okay. So here category is there, etiology is same, all these things here. Here on additionally severity is there in ICD-10 format, the way we have seen previously. While extension part is also additional for this ICD-10 format. Then ICD-10 versus ICD-11 also there dictionary. So in 10, list of diagnosis inserted into the hospital HIS from a book. While this is ICD-11 is an electronic web-based search engine like a Google. And ICD-10 have limited options. We cannot find or may not find what you are looking for, as you must use same terms and spelling on the list. While for ICD-11, synonyms are also included, and all over the world, whichever synonyms are included, those are added, and relatively flexible with the spelling. So even some minor spelling mistakes are there or changes are there, it will automatically suggest you the proper results. It's medically outdated, while this is updated online with all the new terms and the diagnosis. And there are no abbreviations, sorry, in the ICD-10, while in ICD-11 it includes known and common abbreviations, means short form. Now we'll see the last part, that is HCPCS. So the name itself suggests that it's a Healthcare Common Procedural Coding System, HCPS. It's produced by the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, that is CMS. It's a coding system that comprises of medical procedures, supplies, products, and services. It's updated annually, the way CPT was, while we have seen that ICD is getting and I mean updated biannually. The codes are used to facilitate the processing of health insurance claims by Medicare and other insurers. While in the CPT, same, I mean procedures are also there. Okay, I mean it's for procedure only, but here HCPCS, its main motto is they are processing the data for the health insurance claims by Medicare and other insurers. So now HCPCS talks about healthcare procedures, codes to describe basic healthcare services or item, and it aims to provide a standardized coding system for healthcare professionals using the CPT codes. So this, the way we have seen previously, aim is to provide a standardized coding system for HCPCS, that is healthcare professional, and it refers to codes used for billing, insurance, and more provided for the patients. While it, while the CPT codes describe the medical procedure or services done for the patient. So what exactly patient has undergone, that for that we are using CPT codes, while HCPCS is basically for billing, insurance, and more, which is provided for the patients, and it actually for the healthcare professionals basically. So in HCPCS, there is only a very small difference in the some levels. Otherwise, it's almost same with the CPT. So it includes three levels of codes. So level one consists of the current procedure terminology. So it's a numeric code. We have seen that last time. So level one is nothing but CPT only. While level two codes are alphanumeric codes, and primary includes non-physician services such as ambulance services and the prosthetic devices, and represent items and supplies and non-physician services which are not covered by the CPT code. So whichever codes which are not covered by CPT, those will be covered in the level 2, and it generally takes the non-physician, I mean codings are basically contains the services which are non-physician services, while level 3 codes are also called as local codes. So in some of the ways you will find that there are only two levels available at some of the guidance document, while at some places you will find that there are three. So basically the reason is that level 3 codes are local codes, and these were developed by the state Medicaid agencies or Medicare contractors and private insurers for use of specific programs and jurisdiction. So level 1, you can see here examples are given like 00100 to 01999. Level 2 is A through V. Level 3 is W00 through Z 4 times 9. So here some examples are given. So I'll just walk you through the example. 90716, we have seen that this is CPT code. So same like administration of varicella or chickenpox vaccine. A001 to, just a minute, I'll just make it. So A001 to A009, it's for ambulance and the other transport services and supplies. Okay. Now, why? I mean, what exactly is the scope? Okay, so the scope of medical coders is widely increasing. Employment of the medical coders projected to grow 15% by 2024. And medical coders can work in every type of healthcare facility like hospitals, clinic, medical facility, rehabilitation centers, nursing homes and laboratories as well. So there is a wide, I mean, very good scope for the medical coders in near future as well as currently also they are getting good types of jobs. In medical coders, it can be, I mean, those coders can be employed as medical coordinators, medical coders, medical coding specialist, billing specialist. So billing specialist, record specialist are also there. Those are like different, somewhat different than coders. Health information specialist, medical record clerk, health information clerk. Then what are the rules and responsibilities of medical coders? So they are updating patient records with the standardized information needed for the data management and billing purpose. They are analyzing medical charts and assigning the code to specific to each to diagnosis. Assigning the code specific to each diagnosis and procedures every time a doctor, nurse, or other healthcare provider performs a service, and they're raising the appropriate queries with the doctors as and when required. So just for understanding purpose, what exactly is mentioned here is that, for example, whenever a patient is has done some laboratory test, and after that doctor he or she visited to doctor diagnosed something and asked to do some kind of procedures or the surgeries. So we will, what we will code, I mean what we will do as a medical coder, we will give alphanumeric or numeric codes to each and every step for those laboratory tests. Then what was the diagnosis, it will be coded with the ICD coding system. Then there was some procedure was required, so for procedure we will code with CPT. And during that procedure, just imagine that ambulance services was required or some catheter and all related non-physician services were required, so we will use HCPCS coding system level 2, where I mean codings are available for ambulance and all these things. So in this way, and while doing all these things, they also need to raise the appropriate queries with the doctors as and when required. So medical coding training, you can pursue medical coding certifications. Example like this American Association of Professional Coders. The link is also provided here. Then AHIMA, that is American Health Information Management Association. Then CAHIIM, Commission on Accreditation for Health Information and Information Management Education. These programs are usually for less than a year and are available online. Also, you can pursue a certification course in medical coding from universities and the colleges. Its certification programs teach you about the basics of the disease process, treatment procedure terminology, and the body systems, and basic coding in ICD-10. So you can either go through these online portals, or you can get the certification from the universities or the institutes. So I just have given you the some snapshots of the websites. So this is the American Association of Professional Coders website. So you can see here medical coding training are available, medical coding certifications are available. Sometimes there are discounts for the trainings and some other parts. So by in this way, I mean I'll see that Here you can see that more popular trainings are available. So trainings are also available. Some are freely available, somewhere you have to pay. So medical coding training, billing training, auditing training, documentation training. So you can go through these trainings. Then certifications. So there are various types of certifications available in this. So one is certified professional coder, CPC. So there is a high demand for this CPC coders. They're also getting good packages when there is a certification, this CPC certification, as compared to those who have not undergone this certification. So there is an exam. All these details you can see on that previous links. Then certified inpatient coder, CIC. Then certified outpatient coders. So name itself you can understand. Those are specialists in the inpatient data facilities, while outpatients are like for the outpatient department. While certified risk adjustment coders, CRCs, so these are also play critical role in establishing the accurate risk scores and all these things. So these are the four types of certifications available. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.